What's up everybody, Ben here with the Spirit of Running, and today we're talking about the Asics Superblast 2. Alright, let's talk about the technical specs. This shoe weighs in at 8.78 ounces, has an 8mm drop, and retails for $200. Moving through the shoe, we've got quite a few upgrades to talk about, so let's get to it. With the outsole, we're moving from the AHAR Plus outsole to Asics Grip. It's a really grippy rubber on the bottom. We have placement through the entire outsole, but in very key positions. What I like about this is that no matter your stride or no matter what you're using the shoe for, we do have good grip across the entire shoe. There is exposed EVA on the bottom, but so far I've got 27 miles on it, and there's very little sign of wear and tear, or that the cement or the asphalt has torn into that midsole at all. So I think that the rubber is thick enough that it's gonna provide a very durable shoe. The Superblast 1 I think lasted a lot of miles for most folks, and I think we're gonna have a very durable shoe with the Superblast 2 as well. Moving into the midsole, we're upgrading to the Flight Foam Turbo Plus, combined with the Flight Foam Blast Plus Eco at the very bottom of it. So that combination, I think, is really nice in the fact that we get that super premium midsole material. We're getting the latest and greatest that Asics has to offer. I feel that it's actually a little bouncier than Superblast 1, which I really didn't think was going to be possible. But I've really enjoyed every mile that I've put in this shoe. I really think that this midsole has just a whole lot of bounce and a lot of energy return. One thing that I do notice in this midsole in particular, relative to Superblast 1, is that I feel like here on the inside of the shoe, there's a little more support. If you have overpronation issues, and you've been using Superblast as a racing shoe perhaps, or your speed day shoe, I think that they've made this an even better shoe for you. The shoe runs very well for me as a neutral runner, but I think that if I recommended the Superblast 1 as a racing shoe for people who needed a little more pronation support. I think that the Superblast really makes a great racing shoe for anybody who trains regularly with a stability shoe. Looking at the upper, we've got some big changes here. The upper in Superblast 2 is actually pretty similar to Novablast. We've got this engineered woven mesh upper. To me, it hugs the foot a little better. We still got plenty of cushion around the heel collar. And then we've got that gusseted tongue. The tongue itself is very thin. Just provides that protection against the laces. Because it feels a little snugger, I think that this shoe fits a little more true to size. Superblast 1 to me felt like it had a little extra volume and kind of created this uncertainty as to whether you should go true to size or maybe go a half size down. I kind of saw people go either direction. I think with Superblast 2, you're really going to want to stick true to size on your purchase, because it does have a little less overall volume in the shoe. I think that this mesh upper is also going to be a little more breathable than Superblast 1. So for somebody like me living and training through the summers down here in Houston, I'm hoping that the shoe is gonna just kind of breathe more and air out a little bit better, through these humid summer runs. Runners and walkers, I think that Superblast 2 is still going to be one of my favorite shoes of the year. Superblast 1 definitely was one of my favorite shoes of like the previous 2 years. And Superblast 2 is really, I think, not going to disappoint. I think that it really does embody that idea of a super trainer, in that it's a shoe that really can do anything. I've taken it through a couple different workouts, from easy heart rate runs up through fartleks and interval sessions, where I'm really kind of pushing the tempo and picking up my pace. It thrives in everything. The added lateral support just inside the heel, I think especially for running easy or for walking, provides just that little bit of extra structure to keep everything nice and smooth, to keep the body in better alignment, and really, you know, help you recover better heading into your next workout. And then when you're really pushing your pace and you're pushing the intervals, that upgraded Flight Foam Turbo Plus really provides phenomenal energy return. I feel like I really, like, even though there's not a plate, I'm almost getting more energy return out of this shoe than I get from other plated shoes. And that's not a knock against the other plated shoes. I think that this combination of, you know, of materials and structure that Asics has put into Superblast 2 really makes it one of the most versatile shoes on the market. I endorse Superblast 1 as a shoe that, if you train with a stability shoe, normally would make a great racing shoe, and I think that carries over into Superblast 2 really well. This is a shoe that I would 100% take and do all of my training in, and then take it straight into race day, have a great race in it, feel, you know, really comfortable, and you really can pick up the pace and push your race pace tempos, I think, very comfortably, and you can maintain that with the turnover from that suit, that you know, that premium foam. I think the fit is phenomenal, and I think it's you know, it runs true to size. So I think that they've taken some of that guesswork out if you're ordering without trying the shoe on. So it's by far, I think, going to be, you know, one of the favorite shoes of the year across the board. For the gym, if you're a runner and you're heading to the gym, maybe you're gonna get your run in on the treadmill and then follow up with the strength session, I don't think you need to switch out shoes moving from the treadmill to your strength session. That extra lateral support on the inside, I think, makes it even more stable moving into just your basic lifting. This is definitely not going to be a shoe that, like, a true lifter, Olympic lifter, is going to use. And the stack height on the shoe, I think, is going to make it a shoe that I don't necessarily recommend if your cardio is non-running related. So if you're into the rowing machine or into, like, the stationary bike, probably not going to be the shoe that I recommend for you guys. You know, but I think if you're a runner, absolutely, I think this makes a great shoe to use in the gym. For a daily shoe, I think it's a super comfortable shoe. It's very stable, very, very well cushioned. I think that, you know, if you spend a lot of time on your feet, that those super premium foams are really going to benefit you for being on your feet all day. The downside of this shoe is that right now, for this July release, there's only one color. So it's that the Paris edition for the Olympics with the orange and yellow. If that's not in your color wheel for a daily shoe, there are going to be more colors coming out in the fall. Be on the lookout. There's some really fantastic colors, some really bright, but also some more neutral options to go with. So I think that, you know, while it would be a very comfortable daily shoe to wear, if you need something that's a little more muted, definitely look for new colors coming out in the fall. If you have any questions, drop those in the comment section below. Be sure and hit that subscribe button so you don't miss out on future content. Stay safe, keep moving forward, and we'll see you out there.